Hello and welcome to English Unpacked, the podcast where we take everyday topics and break them down into easy English. I'm your host, Alice.
And I'm Bob, your language guide for today.
Today, we are tackling a topic that is essential for everyone living anywhere, laundry. Bob, it seems simple, but talking about laundry can be tricky for English learners.
Absolutely, Alice. Laundry involves specific verbs, nouns, and even adjectives. If you can talk about your laundry, you can manage your life in an English-speaking environment.
That's a great point. So let's start at the beginning. What is the general process called?
We call the whole chore doing the laundry, or just doing laundry. If you are organizing your clothes to wash them, you are gathering the laundry.
Gathering the laundry. So I have a big pile of dirty clothes. What's the next logical step?
The next crucial step is sorting, or separating the clothes. This is where we use a lot of color-based vocabulary. You usually separate clothes into three main groups.
The classic groups? Lights, darks, and colors?
Exactly. We have whites, which are your white shirts and socks. We have darks, which include black, navy blue, and dark gray items. And then we have colors, which are reds, blues, greens, and yellows.
Why is separating so important?
It's all about avoiding color bleeding. If you wash a new red sock with your white shirts, the red dye might run, and suddenly your white shirts look pink. We say the red sock has bled onto the whites.
That's a perfect explanation for color bleeding. Now, once sorted, we move to the machine. What are the key terms for the washing machine?
We use the term washing machine, or sometimes just washer. When you put the clothes in, you load the washer. And what do you need to add?
Detergent.
Yes, detergent is the cleaning product. You might use liquid detergent, powder detergent, or pods. You pour it into the dispenser or the drawer of the machine.
And what is the action we perform in the machine?
You run a cycle. A cycle is one full wash program. You might select a delicate cycle for nice sweaters, a normal cycle for everyday clothes, or a heavy-duty cycle for very dirty things like garden clothes.
So if I have a very nice silk shirt, I would say, I need to put this shirt on a delicate cycle.
Precisely. After the wash cycle finishes, the machine usually moves to the rinse cycle to get rid of the soap, and then the spin cycle to get most of the water out.
After the washer is done, the clothes are clean but wet. What's next?
Now we move to drying. You have two main options. Option 1 is the dryer or the tumble dryer.
That's the machine that uses heat.
Correct. When you put clothes in the dryer, you might need to adjust the heat settings. You definitely don't want to put wool on high heat or it will shrink.
Shrink? That means it gets smaller.
Yes, and another important part of the dryer is the lint trap. After every load, you must clean out the lint, those fuzzy bits of fiber that come off the clothes. If you don't clean the lint trap, the dryer can become a fire risk.
That's a very important safety tip, Bob. What if someone doesn't have a dryer or they want to save energy?
Then they air dry. They will use a clothesline outside or an airer or drying rack inside the house. They hang the clothes up to dry.
So if my shirt is wet, I can say, I will hang this shirt on the rack.
Perfect. Now, once everything is dry, we usually have one more step, folding.
Folding clothes, my least favorite part.
Me too, Alice. But when you finish, you are folding the laundry. If you have shirts, you fold them neatly so they don't get too wrinkled.
What if the clothes come out of the dryer very wrinkled?
Then they need ironing. The tool you use is an iron, and the flat surface you place the shirt on is an ironing board. You are removing the creases or wrinkles from the fabric.
So if I hate wrinkles, I might say, this shirt is very creased. I need to iron it.
Exactly. And when you are done with everything, washed, dried, and folded, you put the clean items away. You might store them in drawers or hang them in the closet.
Fantastic, Bob. We've covered the entire life cycle of laundry. Let's review some of the most important vocabulary pairs to make sure our listeners have them clear. How about the dirty versus the clean state?
Great idea. Dirty clothes are laundry waiting to be washed. Clean clothes are just laundry that has been done.
Action verbs, what do you do to the pile?
You sort the dirty pile and you fold the clean pile.
Washing machine terms, what goes in?
Detergent goes in before you run a cycle.
And drying methods?
You can tumble dry using heat or air dry using the air, and be careful not to shrink your favorite sweater.
Bob, that was so clear. Before we wrap up, what is a common, simple phrase a native speaker might use when talking about this chore?
A very common informal phrase is I'm swamped with laundry. It means you have a huge amount of clothes waiting to be washed. Or someone might ask, when are you next doing a load of whites? A load just means one batch or one full washing machine's worth of clothes.
Swamped with laundry and doing a load. Excellent idiomatic phrases. Bob, thank you so much for unpacking the world of laundry English for us today.
My pleasure, Alice. Remember, listeners, practice makes perfect. Start talking about your laundry today.
That's all the time we have for this episode of English Unpacked. Join us next time when we tackle how to talk about cooking. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye for now.